going to work because not everybody can see collision. Some people think there was a collision, others don't. So A doesn't think there's any collision. It says B should be happy. I'm sending it all the message that it needs, and of course B is not hearing anything at all. Okay? So the basic goal here is collision avoidance, but you still can have collisions, so you still need to deal with them. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's quickly go to. So there's two ways you do this. Okay, so this is the basic, simple CSMA CA protocol. You look for the channel to be idle. You wait for a little bit, and then you send the data. Okay, and then when the data is sent, the receiver has a short interval, and then it sends an acknowledgement. Okay. So it's very straightforward. You send data, and if you receive an acknowledgement, everything is good. And if you do not receive it, then you have to send it again. The other thing to do, if the channel is busy, if you try to send it and channel is busy, okay, you already start backing off. Okay, so in the wired Ethernet, you backed off if you had a collision. So why do you back off? You back off because things are busy. So this one, you will wait more and more. If you keep checking the channel, it's busy, you'll wait even longer. You check, it's still busy, you'll wait longer and longer. Okay? So random back off, similar to the one in wired Ethernet, starts as soon as you sense the channel is busy. Yeah, so again, if no acknowledgement, you increase random backoff interval. Okay, so your random backoff is being driven by two things: how often you find the channel busy, and when you find the channel idle, when you send it, if the message gets there, and if you get the acknowledgement. Okay, so right, you have to have the acknowledgement for. There's still things that you can wrong. Just because you sense it's idle doesn't mean you did not have a collision, and you can have a hidden terminal where you will never, even if you were able to detect collisions, you never will, and so on. That's pretty straightforward. Okay. So you send the data, and then you wait. The only problem here is that if another at point T1, you started sending data, and point T2, somebody else started sending data, you're going to have a collision, and again, as we saw this, here itself, you would know that there's a collision, but it'll be a long time before you actually figure out that there's a collision and back off. So the second approach is to avoid collisions. Okay. So you try to reserve channels. You say, I want the channel. And if everybody says okay, then everybody knows you want the channel, so you're going to get the channel, and then there should never be a collision because everybody has agreed that you're ready to send. Of course, when you say I want the channel, somebody else might say I want the channel too, and then you may not get the channel. So the way the protocol works is that A sends request to send, okay, saying I am A. I want to send for, let's say, 1 minute. Okay, and B says request to send also, and they say at the same time collision, and nobody is clear to send. So they back off, and now at this point A tries again and say I want to send. And in this case, the access point says, oh, there's only A that is ready to send. It says clear to send, but it says A. So it says that A is clear to send. Okay. So at this point, the request is cleared, and A can send data for 1 minute that it wanted, and hopefully nobody will interfere. Okay. So the one thing to note here is that if you are B, okay, you never got this message, request to send A, right? Okay. So how do you know that you should be waiting? Because you did not see the request to send A, you can't even reach A, you don't even know who A is, but you saw this message from somebody else saying that A is clear to send. Okay. So the point here is that if you are A and B, and so A sends out request to send, and somebody here says that A is clear to send, request to send A, clear to send A, then everybody in the network would either have heard request to send or have heard clear to send. Okay. And if they haven't heard neither, it doesn't matter. They're out of range of everybody anyway. Okay. So it's important that not everybody hears request to send, not everybody hears clear to send, but they hear at least one. Okay. And so that's again because of the hidden terminal problem. That's always going to happen. Some hear some and not the other. So that's the reason why it works. Any questions here? Okay, so we'll stop there, and with this, a few more things on this, and we'll finish it up next lecture.